Hey, this is Jared again. Another manga update, this time for March. It's been a while. I should have made this video a few weeks back, but, busy. So hopefully the next one for April won't take as long. I'll try to do it as fast as possible. Usually I try to read all the volumes I get first before making it, but I still haven't even finished all these yet. But the first one is Soul Eater 25, and this is the final volume. It's all done after this. I haven't read it yet. It's a pretty thick volume, but I'm gonna get to it soon. I want to be able to just sit and read the whole thing without having to stop. So yeah, it all comes down to this. Hopefully it's a good ending. I'll probably say in the next video update if it was good or not. So yeah, excited about that one. Next is Triage X Volume 9. I haven't read this one yet either. Like I've said before, this series, it's nothing special. It's just a lot of action and fan service. It's never going to be one of my favorites or anything, but it's a fun read. And if, you just want to relax and turn your brain off, it's fun. Yeah, that's really all that matters, I guess. Next is Fairy Tail Volume 47. I really like this volume, and I'm really excited for the next one because this one actually had dragons in it. And the dragons have always been kind of a mystery in this story, and you don't really see them. Like, I think you've only seen one so far. So, you get to see more, and I'm pretty interested to see what's been going on with them. Next is Pokemon Adventures Emerald. Altogether, it's volume 27. Emerald's not one of my favorites so far, but I think it's going to get better because it looks like all the past main characters of the series are going to join together, so that should be exciting. I think there's only 2 more volumes of Emerald and then it's done, because volume 30 is the first volume of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So yeah, so the gap is almost done. And Black and White is still going on. There's still a few more volumes left of that. And Black and White 2 is, I don't think it's done in Japan yet. X and Y is just about to get started. And now they've just said that they're going to make one for the Omega Ruby, and whatever. So, yeah. This series I don't think is ever going to finish as long as the games keep coming out, which I'm glad for, There's no reason to end it. Next is New Lone Wolf and Cub Volume 4. Still haven't started it yet because I haven't finished the original series yet. There's only 2 omnibuses left of Lone Wolf and Cub. The next one comes out next month. And then once I finish the series, I'll start this one. So I'm pretty excited because I'll have a whole bunch of these, I won't have to wait. Next is Attack on Titan Before the Fall, Volume 4. I'm still enjoying the series. The story isn't the best, but I do like the artwork a lot. And it's just interesting to see the backstory of the city. I think the main point of this series is just to show how the weapons came to use, like the swords and the flying around and stuff. So, because so far no one really uses it. Like, one guy's used it, and he's like famous for it, so it's pretty interesting. The Titans are a lot scarier looking in this. I think they don't look as like brain dead. Speaking of Attack on Titan, here's the main series, volume 15. The series so far is focusing more on political stuff and just like all the human stuff. Like, they haven't really gone and killed Titans in a while. And I'm kind of starting to miss that, it's... Since you're reading it, it goes by fast, but I can only imagine once the anime gets to this, it's going to be a long gap of, like, come on, fight. So, I think Season 2 is already announced, so it's supposed to start soon. Next is Naruto Volume 69. I think only 3 more left. I already finished Naruto Online, so I just put these in the collection. I don't even bother reading them. I'll probably go back and reread the whole series again someday. But yeah, overall, I like Naruto a lot. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the ending. So yeah, solid series. I recommend anyone checking it out. Next is Claymore, volume 26, second to last volume, and I finished the series online because I had to finish it because I love Claymore so much. So yeah, if you're not collecting Claymore, I highly recommend collecting it. It's really good. And yeah, so that's that. Pokemon Adventures Black and White, volume 6. I haven't actually started reading any of Black and White yet. I wanted to finish Emerald first, fill that gap, and then start this series, because I made the mistake of reading like 3 different Pokemon Adventure stories at once, and I was like, wait a minute, did this happen in this one or in this one? So I'll just hold off on reading this one until Emerald's done. Next is Monster Musume volume 6. I've said before that I like it because harems tend to be the same and they can get really repetitive. I think so far the only harem I've really enjoyed was Love Hina, which is like the godfather of harems, mainly because it was a little different where the main character actually gets in a relationship before the series is even over, which is exciting because usually harems always end with a, oh, you never know, you know, never a conclusion. That always sucks. Anyways, I like this one just because it's monster girls instead of regular girls, and that's something different. And it does a good job showing like the lifestyles of these monsters and how they interact with the everyday world. You know, they could have been lazy and just they completely focus on the house where the guy lives with all the girls, but they show like how lifestyles are for these different races. And also it's actually pretty funny. Like, I wasn't expecting that, but it's actually pretty funny. I actually chuckled a couple times reading these. So if you are fine reading harems but find them a little like repetitive, give this one a shot because it's really good. Next is Wolfsman volume 6. Wolfsman's great series, very, very depressing. If you are lighthearted, I would not recommend reading this. But it is really good. And it's interesting because it's all historical and the place and the events are actually based on real stuff. So it's kind of a history lesson too. Volume 7 isn't even out in Japan yet. I think there's only like 4 chapters out right now after this. So Volume 7 is not going to come out for a long time. And that's okay with me because Volume 6 kind of wraps up the story arc that's going on right now. Like, Volume 7 continues the big picture of the entire war, but 6 kind of concludes the story of the battle that's been going on since the first volume, so yeah. I still recommend getting it and reading it just for that reason. And then last but not least, Terraformers Volume 5. You know, I always read that Terraformers just went downhill. Like, everyone says, oh, it started off great, but then it sucks. I still really like it a lot. True, it's not as good as the first volume, and I hate always comparing it to the first volume, but it's still really great. I really enjoy it. I guess it's kind of like with Berserk, where everyone says the Golden Age arc was the best arc and everything after that was crap. Well, I still really like the arcs after the Golden Age, but yeah, I will admit the Golden Age was the best. In fact, it's one of the greatest arcs in manga history, but I still enjoy it, and I still enjoy this series so far. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Volume 6 and seeing what happens. And that's it for this month. Next month, the collection is going to be even bigger. Like, a lot of stuff comes out for April. I guess that's technically this month. So, you know, I'm going to order all those by the end of the month, read them, and try to get the video out by like the beginning of May, hopefully. So yeah, thanks a lot.